Hi guys, thanks for tuning into my channel. This is Justinetta. So real quick, I want to make this video. I don't have anything written down, but I did want to answer this question. It was posed in my weight loss group this morning. What keeps you motivated in terms of your weight loss journey and working out? And this question actually gets asked a lot. I'm also in a Fitbit group on Facebook, and that group is huge. It has thousands and thousands of members. And people ask that question all the time. Tell me what you do, and not just me, they're posing the question to the group. What do you do to stay motivated? And, you know, people are putting all their different answers. And I'll chime in and say what motivates me. But what I've learned, and I'm going to just share this with you guys. And I really hope this helps somebody, because this is what helped me. And it just clicked for me after. And y'all know I've been on this journey since August. And I can't wait to celebrate, you know, a year of doing this non-stop. And y'all see me, those of you who have followed me, that scale doesn't always move for me, okay? I've never quit. So it is not about motivation for me. This weight loss journey has absolutely nothing to do with being motivated. But it has everything to do with being committed. I have committed myself to doing this. I have a responsibility to myself and to my family to do this. Sometimes I'm motivated, and that's great. Like this morning, the sun came out. I hadn't seen the sun all week. When I saw that sun peeking through my window, okay, I'm like, okay, that motivated me to get up and head to the gym. Most times I'm not motivated. Most times I don't feel like doing it, you know. Most times I want to eat a big plate of nachos with sour cream and guacamole, you know. So it has nothing to do with motivation, but I'm committed. I made a commitment. So I'm going to use my job as an example. I am committed to my job. I have a responsibility to my job to show up and to perform. I don't feel like going to work every day. Half the time I don't. Half the time I'd rather stay in bed. Instead of hitting the snooze, I'd rather just turn the alarm off, or, you know, stay in bed and watch TV all day. Or just do something completely different. Like spring is coming, I'd rather be on the golf course. But I have a responsibility and a commitment to my job. I really, really like my job, and I love the company that I work for. So it has nothing to do with that. I just don't always want to go. Has nothing to do with motivation. Has nothing to do with whether I'm motivated. If I was waiting on motivation, I would not go to work. I would get fired. So it's all about commitment. Showing up whether you feel like it or not. Going to that gym whether you feel like it or not. Or your home, whatever you working out, whether you feel like it or not. Whether you're working at home or working at the gym. So that's the first thing. It has to be about commitment. Because motivation, and I've said this before, it comes and goes. And I've been on a weight loss journey. I can't even count the times. On and off, on and off, on and off. To the point where I was getting on my own nerves, stopping and starting all over. And finally, it clicked. It can't be about motivation, because you may not never get motivated. And if you're waiting on motivation before you decide to complete your goal, you just ain't gonna never get to your goal. Because that motivation thing, that comes and goes. That's in your job, in your family. Man, do I feel like cooking every day? Do I feel like cleaning up? I have a commitment and a responsibility to my family. That's why I do it. Not because I'm just so motivated to cook. I like cooking, but sometimes I don't feel like it. So it has nothing to do with motivation for me. Okay, but some of the things that really helps is music. So I absolutely can't work out without music. So sometimes on those days where I don't feel like working out and I'm dragging myself to the gym or dragging myself into my workout room to get on my rebounder, I don't feel like it sometimes. But once I put them earbuds on and start bumping my music, that helps me. I look up and an hour has gone by. you know. So if you're trying to if you're trying to work out without music, I don't know how you doing it. So my music, I have awesome playlists that I work out to. Also, I said this before, being in groups, being amongst like-minded people. You know, find out what works for you. Find out if you prefer working out on your own, or if you prefer having a partner, or do you prefer the classes that are offered at the gym. I used to do the classes that are offered at the gym, but then I just decided that, you know, I'd rather just work out by myself. Because one time I went to the gym and we had a substitute, and I didn't like the playlist. I didn't like the soundtrack that she played, the music. So that just messed me up. I'm like, no, I got to have the music that makes me move. So I prefer not to do the classes, but you got to find out what works for you. Another thing that motivates me, obviously, is progress. Seeing progress. You guys know I shared this. I wasn't ashamed to tell you guys this. When I first started this journey in August, I was on phentermine, which is an appetite suppressant. I went to my doctor and I asked him for that. You know, I had an appointment. He told me what my weight was. I'm like, what? I didn't want to weigh 200 pounds. So I asked him for phentermine. And I did that I took phentermine for 6 weeks. And I think I lost 19 pounds in the first 6 weeks or something like that. That is what, and I didn't want to stay on it. I just needed something to get me going, because my hang up has always been, I need to see progress. Okay, so now I don't always see progress. The progress doesn't always come from the scale. I started measuring myself, so that's going to show me more progress, I think, than the scale. Just how my clothes fit and how I feel. I feel fantastic. I feel awesome. My mood has been better. My PMS symptoms, I used to get all grumpy and you know, those moods that we get in as women when it's that time of month. I don't even go through that anymore. I sleep like a baby. Now I'm up all night. Like, I'm up really late at night because I'm just a night owl. But once I go to sleep, curtains. I can sleep like a baby, like really hard. But that comes from working out. So you may not see the results in terms of the weight right away, but if you can just not give up, it has to be a lifestyle. So if this is a lifestyle, and I said this before, I had to wrap my mind around the fact that I got to do this for the rest of my life. Okay, I have to work. I have to go to work for the rest of my life. Well, until retirement. I have to cook every day for the rest of my life. I have to keep my house clean every day for the rest of my, you know what I'm saying? I have to shower every day for the rest of my life. Brush my teeth every day. So that's just because that's part of my lifestyle. That's just what I do. So exercise is what I do. Eating clean is just what I do. Now, let's talk about eating clean. So when I hear people, especially, you know, in my groups, and they'll make a comment that they had, you know, a pack of Oreos or candy bar or whatever, and they feel bad, and you know, we all very supportive, and we say, oh, don't worry about it, get back on track. And I'm gonna always say that, don't even worry about it, because you can't eat clean 100% of the time for an extended period of time. Nobody can. We're all human. So if you are working out every day, even if it's just for 30 minutes a day, every once in a while you should be able to eat whatever you want to eat. So all of those restrictions, if you don't restrict yourself, I think it's better. I have a cheat meal every week, and I've always done that. And I've gotten criticized. I get criticized for that. Somebody really came for me in my Fitbit group one time. But, you know, I don't care. It works for me. So I eat the best that I can eat all week. And even then, I don't always do right. But I would say 80% of the time. And that's the rule of thumb. Eating clean is 80% of the time. So about 80% of the time during the week, I eat clean. And then on Friday, for dinner, I just pretty much eat whatever I want. I don't worry about my calories or anything. Sometimes I go over, sometimes I stay within. It doesn't even matter. So, I mean, because I'm not going to gain 5 pounds in one sitting. That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. So yeah, as far as your eating, don't beat yourself up about getting off track. As long as you're doing it at least 80% of the time, you're golden. So I think that is it. I can't think of anything else. And you just have to want it. You know, how bad do you want it? That's it. How bad do you want it? I know for me, I got so sick and tired of people asking me if I was pregnant. And they still do. I mean, I just recently, I said this before, just recently in a video, I think my last video, somebody just asked me that. And that drives me nuts. And I used to get so mad and want to go off on people when they would do that. And I remember one time my friend said to me, he said, Sonetta, the only reason why people are asking you if you're pregnant is because you look pregnant. So you can say they're being rude, how dare them, but you look pregnant. That's why they ask. And so that hit close to home. You know, yeah, it is rude for some people to still do that. You know, in this day and age, we know that you shouldn't do that because some people look pregnant and they're not pregnant. But I just had to take accountability for that. You know what? I do look pregnant. And I'm tired of looking pregnant. So I got to do something about it. So that's another motivation for me. I don't want to look pregnant more. And I think by this summer, shoot, I'm going to be able to wear just a t-shirt without having another shirt under it and layering it and blousing it out. You know, maybe. I don't know if I'll be there by this summer, but I'm on my way. And I'm just really, really pumped up, proud of myself for being on this journey. I think this is my August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. This is my 7th month. And I've never been this consistent. And I'm not saying you know, I got all the answers. I got it all down packed. I ain't going to never fall off. I'm not saying that at all, because I might. And if I do, you know, I'm surrounded by supportive people that I can, you know, say, hey, you know, I need help getting back on track. Because we all fall off. We all need to help each other. But I just think if you put it in your mind, it's not about motivation. It's about commitment. And my biggest commitment is to myself and to my family. I'm committed to my son. He drives me nuts sometimes. I can't give up. I can't say, you know what, I'm about good and sick of you and helping you out. And, you know, what? I'm committed. I'm motivated by love. I am just committed. It's just all to me. It just, that's it. You know, if you are a committed person, if you're a person of your word, if you're a person of integrity, this thing is not as hard as you think it is. It really isn't. So for all of you who have, you know, one person said, you know, it's just easier to be fat. And it really is. But you got to dig deep. And I heard, and I'm going to close after this. I heard somebody say a long, long time ago, and I can't think of who it was, if it was a pastor or what, but they said there's two of the biggest, what was it? Two things that are painful in life. Two of the most painful things in life, something like that. And that's the pain of regret and the pain of discipline. So if you think about regret, it's very painful, especially if it's something substantial like that, because you can't do anything about it. You can't do anything about what was said or what was done. You just regret having done whatever. That's painful. And the pain of discipline. Discipline is not easy. It's painful to discipline yourself to eat right. Gosh, it's so hard. It's real easy to eat bad, but it's hard to eat healthy, to eat clean. But you just got to do it. Make the commitment, stick to it, be a woman or a man of your word, and go get it. And that's just all there is to it. Let me know if you have any questions. Leave your comments below. I hope I helped somebody. And I know I was rambling. I said I was going to be rambling because I didn't have anything written down. I'm probably sure I forgot to say something that I really wanted to say. But yeah, my main thing was it's about a commitment. Anyway, y'all, I gotta go. Happy Thursday. I'll see y'all in my next one.